Hey, Story Hub fans, imagine a delivery driver uncovering a secret that could crash the entire US economy with one line of code. This true story of betrayal, genius, and revenge will leave you speechless. Hit that like button, subscribe to Story Hub, and join us for a wild ride exposing corporate conspiracies. Don't miss it. A single line of code could halt the entire American payment system. Emily Carter clutches the steering wheel of her worn-out Toyota Corolla, watching rain streak down her windshield outside Nextech's sleek headquarters. The delivery bag on her passenger seat holds lukewarm Thai food for a late working programmer. But her mind is consumed by something far more dangerous than cold pad Thai. 3 hours ago, while updating her delivery app, she stumbled upon something chilling. The app glitched, flashing raw code for a moment before crashing. Most would have sworn and rebooted, but Emily is different. She earned a computer science degree from MIT, graduating summa cum laude before loans and family duties trapped her in this Toyota, delivering meals instead of coding world-changing software. That glitch exposed a zero-day vulnerability so devastating it could cripple every major payment processor in North America. Credit cards, bank transfers, mobile payments all rely on infrastructure Nextech helps secure. One well-executed exploit could paralyze the continent's financial system. She captured screenshots before the app crashed completely. Her coder instincts kicked in, even as she played the part of a delivery driver. The vulnerability isn't just in Nextech's system, it's a backdoor, deliberately coded and cleverly concealed. Someone with high-level access planted it on purpose. Thunder rumbles as Emily climbs the steps to Nextech's lobby. Her delivery uniform renders her invisible to the executives rushing past. The security guard barely checks her ID before pointing her to the elevators. Invisible, she thinks bitterly. That's exactly what they want. On the 15th floor, she navigates the cubicle maze to the security department, her heart pounding. The rainstorm is just a pretext now. She must report this flaw through official channels. She needs someone in charge to grasp the enormity of her discovery. Michael Reynolds' office occupies a corner, its glass wall showcasing his authority. Through the glass, she sees him leaning back, phone to his ear, speaking in hushed tones, unlike his usual commanding tone. His shifty posture and darting eyes trigger her instincts. Yes, the patch can wait until Friday. Reynolds' voice seeps through the glass as she nears. We need the window open a bit longer. The client requires access confirmation before we close it. Client? What client needs access to a vulnerability? Emily freezes outside his door. The delivery bag feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Reynolds isn't discussing legitimate protocols. He's keeping a back door open for an unauthorized party. The zero-day flaw isn't a mistake, it's intentional. Reynolds ends his call and looks up, his face shifting from scheming to disdainful in an instant. Can I help you? His tone implies he'd rather assist a pest. I'm here with your dinner, sir, but I also need to report a critical security flaw in your system. Emily keeps her voice calm, professional. She places the food bag on his desk and shows him her screenshots. Reynolds glances at them, and for a split second, his guard drops. She catches a flicker of recognition, quickly hidden by annoyance. What do you think you're seeing? A zero-day exploit in the payment processing interface. This flaw could... What? Reynolds stands, towering over her. You think you know our system better than our security team? You're a delivery driver? His words sting like a slap, but Emily persists. I have a computer science degree. I understand what I'm seeing. This isn't a bug, it's intentional. Someone with admin access created this back door. Reynolds' laugh is harsh, biting. So, a delivery girl claims she's found something our $1 million security missed. That's rich. He steps closer, crowding her. You know what I think? You're stirring trouble, maybe angling for a lawsuit payout. It's not. Security! Reynolds' voice booms across the floor. "We have a problem here." Two guards appear instantly, and Emily realizes this was planned. They were ready, waiting. Reynolds anticipated this the moment he saw her screenshots. "This person has been taking unauthorized screenshots of proprietary code and making baseless claims against our protocols," Reynolds declares loudly for all to hear. "Escort her out and blacklist her from all Nextech properties, delivery access, everything." "Sir, please, just look at the code. Remove her now." The guards grip her arms, not harshly but firmly, signaling resistance is futile. As they lead her to the elevators, Reynolds' voice echoes. "This is what happens when unqualified people meddle in professional spaces. Remove her now." The guards grip her arms, not harshly but firmly, signaling resistance is futile. As they lead her to the elevators, Reynolds' voice echoes. "This is what happens when unqualified people meddle in professional spaces. They see conspiracies where there's only complexity they can't grasp." The elevator doors shut on the staff's nervous laughter. Emily feels something break inside. Not hope, which she's long lost, but the naive faith that doing right matters. Outside in the rain, she sits in her Toyota, watching Nextech's lights cut through the dark. Her phone buzzes with alerts. Her delivery account is suspended, her access revoked across all platforms Nextech's security oversees. Reynolds didn't just fire her, he's erasing her from the gig economy. But he made a critical error. He assumed invisibility equals powerlessness. Michael Reynolds has no idea what he's unleashed. Morning dawns gray and relentless, mirroring Emily's mood as she stares at her laptop in the cramped apartment she shares with her brother, Ethan. An eviction notice on their door rustles in the breeze, slipping through poorly sealed windows. 60 days until the streets become their home. Ethan sits cross-legged nearby, solving a Rubik's Cube with mechanical precision. His autism manifests in patterns. He sees them in numbers, colors, human movements. He's cycling through solving and scrambling the cube, a nervous tick showing he senses Emily's distress, even if he can't voice it. The delivery apps won't load, Emily tells him, knowing he's not fully listening in the usual sense. Ethan processes differently, storing her words for later. Someone blocked all my accounts. Her phone pings with a text from her loan servicer. Payment overdue. Default proceedings started. The words blur as exhaustion weighs on her. She's been up since 4 a.m., trying every gig app, getting the same result. Account suspended, access denied. Contact customer service. Customer service offers only automated replies and empty apologies. The 0-day vulnerability screenshots glow on her laptop, mocking her with their weight, code that could topple the economy. The only believer is her 23-year-old autistic brother, who speaks in mathematical patterns. Ethan suddenly stops his cube and looks at her, a rare sign of something vital. Emily, pattern recognition. Fibonacci sequence in the exploit code. She blinks. Ethan rarely uses full sentences, never about coding. What do you mean? He points to her laptop, tracing lines in the backdoor code. Hidden sequence. Fibonacci. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Someone embedded a signature. Emily leans in, following his finger. At first, it's just buffer overflows and privilege escalations. Then Ethan highlights variable names, character counts, function spacing. The pattern emerges like a hidden image. "My God," she whispers. "You're right. Someone signed their work." The Fibonacci sequence isn't just code. It's a marker. Its creator wanted it found by someone sharp enough to look deeper. This isn't mere espionage. It's a puzzle left by someone with a conscience. Ethan returns to his cube, his insight delivered efficiently. Emily stares at the screen, seeing anew. The coder who built this backdoor might want it exposed. Maybe Reynolds isn't the mastermind. just the enforcer silencing it. Her phone rings, a local unknown number. She nearly ignores it, likely a debt collector, but answers. Emily Carter. The voice is female, professional, neutral. Yes. I'm Sarah Thompson, data analytics at Nextech. We need to talk. Emily's pulse races. I shouldn't talk to anyone from Nextech. You found something yesterday they want buried. I've seen the same patterns from the inside. Reynolds had me scrub logs after your visit, but I kept copies. The words hang like a risky bridge. Trust is a luxury Emily can't afford, especially from someone at the company that ruined her. Why help me? Sarah's laugh is bitter. I've seen what happens to women in tech who ask questions. Reynolds has silenced threats before, but never someone who truly gets the code. What's happening? Not on the phone. Meet me tonight at Code and Coffee on Main Street, 9 p.m. Emily glances at Ethan, arranging his Rubik's cubes in a profound pattern. Rent's due in 2 weeks, her income gone, and she's meeting a stranger claiming espionage evidence. How do I know this isn't a trap? You don't. Reynolds already killed your delivery career, blacklisted you, and labeled you a troublemaker. What's left to lose? The question hits hard. Emily scans their tiny apartment, the eviction notice, Ethan's calm amid chaos. Sarah's right. Rock bottom is solid ground. 9 p.m., Emily agrees. One more thing, Sarah whispers. The Fibonacci sequence your brother found, it's not just a signature, it's coordinates. The call ends, leaving Emily reeling. Coordinates to what? Evidence? Another back door? The coder behind this? Ethan looks up, speaking precisely. Pattern recognition suggests deception probability below 23%. Sarah Thompson's vocal stress indicates truthfulness. Emily forgets Ethan's autism brings gifts, pattern recognition in puzzles, math, even human behavior, catching nuances others miss. You think I should trust her? Trust is inefficient. Verification is optimal. As evening nears, Emily walks through drizzle to Code and Coffee, laptop bag on her shoulder, Ethan's words echoing. Verification is optimal. She trusted the system for years, believing hard work and rules would pay off. Look where that landed her. Time to verify herself. The coffee shop, tucked between a bookstore and a repair shop, glows warmly. Through the window, she sees a woman in her 30s, auburn hair tied back, fingers tapping a mug nervously. Her engineer's posture, slight lean, frequent phone checks, scanning the room, marks her. Sarah Thompson doesn't look like a spy. She looks exhausted. Sarah's evidence could save or doom them both. Sarah's hands tremble as she slides a manila envelope across the table. The shop hums with evening life. Students on laptops, freelancers stretching coffee for hours, people who value Wi-Fi over rent. I've documented everything for 8 months, Sarah says softly, barely audible over the espresso machine. Since I noticed discrepancies in security audit logs. Emily opens the envelope cautiously, expecting a bomb. Inside are emails, logs, and screenshots that churn her stomach. The evidence is airtight. Reynolds isn't just hiding the back door, he's enabling outsiders. Northstar Technologies, Sarah points to email headers. Reynolds sells them advance patch notices, giving exploit windows before we close them. The Fibonacci backdoor is just the worst. The emails reveal betrayal. Reynolds delaying updates, sharing system diagrams, even employee schedules to keep vulnerabilities open. Each includes payment confirmations, wire transfers, dwarfing Emily's loan debt. Northstar competes with our top clients, Sarah says. Each exploit they buy nets millions in advantage, while clients think they're safe. Emily reads a 2-week-old email thread. Reynolds calls her zero-day flaw, the crown jewel, promising access through month's end. The flaw that could crash payments nationwide. He's not selling espionage tools, he's selling economic weapons. Sarah nods. Northstar could trigger a crisis whenever. Crash markets, ruin rivals, destabilize sectors. Reynolds hands them the keys. The weight crushes Emily. This isn't about her lost job anymore. It's stopping economic warfare masked as competition. Why show me? Why not the FBI, the press, anyone with more power than a broke driver? Sarah's laugh is empty. I tried internal channels, reports, meetings with management. Reynolds blocked every move, reassigned me, cut me off from security. External authorities? Espionage cases take years, and damage is done. Reynolds' industry ties would tip him off before I finished a statement. Sarah shows a 6-month-old article. Remember Laura Bennett, the analyst who exposed the healthcare data scandal? Emily vaguely recalls. A whistleblower who revealed hospitals selling patient data, briefly famous, then vanished. She's unemployable, Sarah says. Blacklisted, clearances revoked, sued for contract breaches. Reynolds studied her case to crush threats. Emily sees it clearly. Reynolds didn't just fire her, he weaponized the system to erase her from tech, challenge him, face annihilation. What's your plan? Emily asks. Sarah leans in, whispering conspiratorially. Expose it publicly, all at once, with evidence Reynolds can't bury. An anonymous leak to every tech outlet. Emails, logs, records, released simultaneously. Too big to suppress, too documented to deny. Emily weighs this. Media exposure would pressure but target them. Reynolds already proved he'll destroy lives. Another option, Emily says slowly. Don't just expose him. Make him expose himself. Sarah's brows lift. Explain. You said Northstar plans to use the 0 day by month's end. What if we force their hand early, exposing the operation? That's reckless. If they crash the systems, they won't if we control it. Emily's coding brain sparks. We build a fake environment, make them think it's real infrastructure. They reveal themselves. Reynolds' role becomes clear, and we get real-time proof. Sarah stares like Emily suggested a heist. A counterintelligence op against a multi-million-dollar espionage ring? With what resources? My laptop, your access, Ethan's pattern recognition. He found the Fibonacci signature. His autism lets him see what others miss. Sarah shakes her head. This is crazy. They've got endless resources and connections. They'll crush us. They're already crushing us, Emily counters. Reynolds killed my career. You said official channels fail. This is our shot to fight back evenly. The coffee shop hums, unaware of their plot against an untouchable man. 2 women, silenced by a system, plan his downfall. Sarah shuts her eyes, likely calculating risks. When they open, she's resolute. Okay, but we do it smart, careful, with an exit plan. Agreed. They shake hands, sealing a partnership to either expose a massive espionage ring or lose everything. The next 72 hours blur with coffee, code, and coordination. Emily's apartment becomes a war room, Sarah's access feeding intel, Ethan's mind spotting patterns experts miss. Michael Reynolds grows smug, believing he's neutralized the threat and secured his Northstar deal. To him, the issue ended when security ousted that pesky driver. He sips pricey whiskey in his corner office Friday night, city lights below, reviewing transfers. Northstar's $2 million payment for 0 day access through month's end cleared, funding his Bahamas retirement, where extradition is a theory. His phone pings with a Northstar text. Package delivery Sunday night. Confirm window open. Reynolds replies, confirmed. Access until Monday maintenance. Unbeknownst to him, Sarah's keylogger has tracked his communications for a month. Every text, email, transaction, sent to a secure server Emily built on Ethan's crypto rig. He confirmed the timeline, Sarah reports from Nextech's skeleton crew Saturday. Northstar strikes Sunday night. Emily nods, finalizing their trap on her laptop. The honeypot mirrors Nextech's payment system, with fake transactions and bank links. To outsiders, it's the real deal, handling billions daily. Ethan, traffic routing? Ethan glances up from his monitors, each showing operation facets. Network topology set. Connections redirect via proxies, hiding honeypot while mimicking real access. Sarah marvels. He built enterprise security with gaming gear and YouTube tutorials. Autism has perks, Ethan says flatly. Patterns extend to networks. Security follows logic. Sunday evening brings odd warmth, as if nature senses the stakes. Reynolds monitors logs from his home office, his luxe condo overlooking the financial district he profits from threatening. At 11:47 p.m., Northstar's hackers probe the network, testing weaknesses, confirming routes. Reynolds disables intrusion detection, clearing their path to the zero-day flaw. Sarah's software logs every move. "They're in," Emily whispers, watching data streams. The hackers buy the bait, thinking they're in the real system, not her simulation. Reynolds texts his contact. Green light. Full access. The attack unfolds precisely. Northstar uses the Fibonacci backdoor for admin privileges across what they think is the payment network. They extract data, test transaction manipulation, showing the chaos they could unleash. Every keystroke, command, and stolen packet flows through Emily's honeypot, recorded by Sarah's tools. Evidence piles up. Northstar's theft, Reynolds's facilitation, an attack on infrastructure. But Northstar's hackers go further, installing permanent backdoors for ongoing access, beyond espionage to economic control. Not a one-off, Sarah realizes, watching their methodical work. They're building for long-term financial warfare. Emily's blood chills. Northstar isn't just a client. They aim to hold the economy hostage. The zero day is their entry to a bigger scheme. We end this now, Emily decides, triggering their final move. Every tech outlet, security firm, and agency gets identical data. Reynolds's emails, records, logs, and live attack footage. The evidence is undeniable, timed for impact. Reynolds's phone lights up as news breaks. His whiskey glass shatters on his marble floor, headlines spelling his doom. Northstar, hack exposes espionage ring. Nextech chief sells backdoor. Live footage of cyber warfare. Social media erupts, insiders validating Emily's evidence. Within hours, Reynolds is at the heart of a historic scandal. FBI agents hit his condo pre-dawn Monday, with warrants for his arrest and devices. Northstar's contacts vanish, leaving him to face the fallout alone. But victory brings issues. Reynolds' arrest sparks a probe into Nextech, halting their payment services. The system Emily aimed to save faces disruption, albeit legally. Winning and losing blur. The congressional hearing room hums as Emily adjusts her mic. 6 months post-arrest, the scandal's ripples shake the tech world. She testifies before the House Subcommittee on Cybersecurity for the Whistleblower Protection Enhancement Act. Senator Elizabeth Warren leans in. "Ms. Carter, what changes prevent another Nextech conspiracy?" Emily glances at Sarah and Ethan in the gallery, Ethan solving his cube methodically. His presence steadies her. This is for people like them. "Senator, current whistleblower laws are outdated," Emily begins steadily. "Tech outpaces legislation, and bad actors exploit delays. We need real-time protections, not years-long processes. Her proposed law offers immunity, investigation timelines, and retaliation safeguards, plus independent oversight free of corporate sway. Reynolds sits in prison, facing espionage and fraud charges. his cooperation exposing schemes at 6 other firms, revealing deep corporate corruption. Northstar collapsed, its leaders fleeing, assets frozen. Their client list, from Reynolds's files, tied dozens of firms to espionage. The scandal hit markets, sparked lawsuits, and shook payment system trust temporarily. Warren presses, "Critics say your actions caused more disruption than the threat. Your response?" Emily's heard this often. "Senator, transparency's disruption beats hidden destruction. Northstar's plans would have been catastrophic without oversight. The cure can hurt, but it's better than the disease." The 3-hour hearing sees Emily tackle technical, legal, and policy questions, building a case for reform from her dual role as victim and victor. During a recess, Sarah approaches. "How's it going?" "Better than expected. Ethan prepped me with scenario analysis, spotting 12 likely question patterns." Sarah smiles. "His skills amaze me." Decided on the job offer. The Cybersecurity Ethics Institute offered Emily a role as Vulnerability Assessment Director, probing firms, setting ethical standards, aiding whistleblowers. "I'm considering it," Emily says. "It's meaningful, but I'm wary of institutions. Alternative?" Emily looks at Ethan, now a cybersecurity legend for spotting overlooked flaws. "Ethan and I are thinking. A firm for ethical security testing, independent, transparent, people first. Carter Security Solutions," Sarah suggests. "Ethan wants pattern recognition security. Methodology over personality." The hearing resumes, Warren asking about future threats and costs. Emily's answers push for legal and cultural change. "What would you tell potential whistleblowers watching?" Emily thinks of drivers, assistants, coders, who see wrongs but lack resources. Speaking up is scary and costly, but silence is worse. The system makes resistance seem impossible, but impossible happens when enough decide it's needed. The committee unanimously backs the bill. Reporters and advocates swarm Emily post-hearing, discussing details. 3 hours later, she escapes to the Capitol steps, where Ethan waits patiently. The sun casts long shadows, and Emily feels peace. "Pattern analysis complete," Ethan says. "Legislation success probability over 87%. Public support for reform is strong. Our success probability, starting a company." Ethan pauses methodically. "Startups in new markets are volatile but impactful. Success rises with expertise and resilience. So, we should do it?" Affirmative. Patterns show optimal timing for independence. 2 years later, Pattern Recognition Security leads ethical cybersecurity consulting, serving corporations, agencies, and nonprofits. Ethan's skills found over 300 missed vulnerabilities. Emily's profile draws whistleblowers. The act passed, protecting dozens. Reynolds serves 8 years, exposing industry corruption. Emily never delivers another meal, unless by choice. Freedom, she's learned, is choosing your battles and fighting on your terms. Sometimes systems change. Sometimes they just need the right push.